Association of Professional Women Engineers of Nigeria, APWEN. We have joining us this morning Engineer Dr. Elizabeth Jumoke Eteringo. If I got that right, hopefully joining us from Niger State, Mina, this morning. And we also have Engineer Atinuke Owolabi, Chairman Association of Professional Women Engineers in Nigeria, Lagos State. Why do we have these two great women joining us this morning? Of course, we saw the Lagos State chapter of Ab1 Ride, solicit appeal to the president, seeking that female professional engineers in Nigeria be given the opportunity to work on the moribund refineries within the time frame of 1 year. And they promised that if this was done, if this appeal was considered by the president and the presidency, then Nigeria and Nigerians will see what they will bring to bear with regards to this. Of course, we have this great women joining us this morning. Good morning, Engineer Elizabeth. Thanks for joining us this morning. Good morning, ma'am. Can you hear us? We have Engineer Elizabeth Jumoke joining us this morning from Mina, Niger State.
Yes, can you hear me, please? Good morning.
Yes,
It's
I
my
can hear you now. Good morning, ma'am. How is Mina this morning?
fine, thank you. We're good.
Okay. I think I would need help with engineers audio this morning. We also have joining us this morning engineer Atinuke. She's joining us from Lagos this morning. Good morning, engineer. Good to have you on the show.
Good morning. It's nice to have you too.
Great. Okay, let's
Good morning.
let's
Can you hear me,
yes,
please?
I can hear you
Can you
clearly.
hear me?
Yes, I can hear you clearly.
It's good to be here. Thank you.
All right, ma'am. So let's get into the conversation. It's beautiful to be talking to strong professional women this morning. And I particularly loved the article and the appeal that was presented to the president and the presidency. Conversations around the moribund refineries have been strongest this year alone as a result of the subsidy removal. It has come to the attention of most people that we really need our refineries to work. So, Engineer Tinike, I will start by asking what brought this desire by female professional engineers to even consider working on those moribund refineries in the first place.
Thank you very much. Once again, I want to thank you for this opportunity to hear our voice so that a lot of people will know what is happening in the country. As you all know, female engineers, even before I got into female engineer as engineers in the country, we're meant to profile solutions. And any country that wants to develop must always make sure that their indigenous engineers are empowered. And now take of it that okay, we are female, we are women, we are mothers. We feel the plight of people in the country. And as long as we want to profile solutions, we will need that enabling environment, the opportunity that will make us to thrive. And that's why we've appealed when we had a public lecture that we have over 5,000 female engineers in the country, and the country is degrading. So, what are the engineers doing? A major role is making sure that there's development in the country. And we look at it that most of these developed countries, when you go there, you find out that most of the engineers there are even Nigerians. They're doing well. So why is it that it's not working in Nigeria? And I just felt it's because we've not made our voice to be heard. So if we're able to do this, and I guess government will be able to realize that the women, the engineers in the country must be called to come up with solutions, to come up with ideas that could bring development to the nation. So look at our refineries now, it has been there for years. And why is it degrading? Why is it coming to the end of its lifetime? It's because I want to say we believe so much in the expatriates that the foreign engineers are the ones that could do it. If they put it in the hands of the Nigerian engineers, all this well. I know it's good. Foreign engineer, foreign expatriates are good when you get the knowledge, but we don't need to rely on them. So that's why we said that any country that really wants to develop must make sure they empower the indigenous engineers. Just like as you're in the studio, if you don't have an engineer there, nobody can hear you. So that's just it. Not to not talk of having over 200 million Nigerians, putting them in abject poverty when we have engineers that could actually profile solutions. We are made to profile solutions. We are made to build the nation. That's if we are given the opportunity. And
Okay.
now we are women, we nurture, so we should nurture the nation to make sure that it grows.
Okay, really great, exposition right there. Let me speak with Engineer Jumoke this morning. Of course, Jumoke Terrio is the president of Association of Professional Engineers nationally. Let's speak to her because we also need to see the placement of female engineers in the country. Jumoke cited something that sounds more like if we are not careful, there is a blight for female engineers in the country. Your hands are not necessarily put on deck as much as it should be. What's it like being the president of professional female engineers in the country, and what are the pressure that you are experiencing on your field?
Thank you very much for that question. Please, am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Okay. Thank you very much for that question. The thing is that engineering is a male-dominated field, and so when you have a female in that field, it's assumed that, oh, the female can't do it. Yes, we looking at the population of Nigeria and looking at the population of engineers in Nigeria and zeroing down to the population or the number of female engineers in Nigeria, then you agree with me that the number is quite small. As the president of the association, we decide that what we want to do is to make sure that the number increases. That and then that's one. Secondly, that these female that are engineers are retained in their position, in their profession, and then they advance. And this we have been doing via various programs. As a female engineer, with the notion with the whole population, or particularly in Nigeria, is that as if you are different from your male counterpart. But the truth is this: you are in the same class with your male counterpart. You have the same lecturer that taught you. So there's nothing different. The only thing is gender. As far as ability is concerned, the woman has the ability. So, and I think that is what we are advocating for, that give us the chance and let things be done. For a woman that is an engineer, naturally, a woman, you know, is made to fix problems at home or in your environment. Then, in addition to that, you now went to school to learn engineering. So, you agree with me that you are in an upper level than your even male counterpart. So, the number of female engineers are quite small. There are some organization, engineering organization or agencies you go to. You don't find female engineers in the administrative or management positions, which we are saying is not good. Don't just, bring us to the table. We are saying we want to be on the table as well to take decision. If you are not on the table, then you are definitely on the menu. But we don't want to be on the menu because we are, qualified as the male counterpart, and we can do even more than the male counterpart. But when we join our hands together, we should not be kept aside or stereotyped because we are female, because of our gender. No. Allow us and see what the female engineers can do, because there is no classroom for the male engineers who, when they were in school, and a different classroom for the female. So we went to the same school, we have the same lecturer, we wrote the same exams, and we passed. So I think there's no difference between the male and the female engineers. And we are
Okay.
really advocating for more female engineers with all our programs. Thank you.
Okay, so let's look at the crux of the issue here. This particular lecture that was held in Lagos State seeks to appeal to the president and the presidency to give us one female professionals, engineers in the country the opportunity to work on the moribund refineries for 1 year. And the female engineers are promising that if this window is given to them in 1 year, that we would have these moribund refineries working. First of all, are we talking about just one of the moribund refineries, or do you want the four moribund refineries to be given to you to work on within this space of time? Are we asking for one or four? And will 1 year be enough, for this work to get done?
Okay,
They want me to
I'd
respond.
like
Okay, yes, please. Engineer Jumake, let's
I'd like
start with
to
you.
let you said okay. Thank you. You see, we have four refineries in the country, right?
Yes, we do.
What I just made a point now that the general public feels the women engineers are of lower cadre or maybe inexperienced than the male. What we are saying is this, because we are saying give us the chance. So we want give us that one refinery first and see it work. Then we don't even have to beg you or talk to you to give us the remaining one. You give us a try, give us the confidence. That's what we are saying. So you have the four of them. Okay, let's give these women one and see what they can come out with. And that will motivate you. That will be a platform now to say, oh, they can do the rest and even more.
So we're asking for one refinery at the at the start.
As
Okay,
as a goal. Yes, at this time.
great.
At this time.
Okay,
And before that one finishes, when you see the progress of the work, you will give the second one. Of course, you will give others to it.
okay. So
Because I know that the competency is there. The competency is there and it's doable and is what can be done. There are a lot of things why Engineer Tinuka said something, they've been there for long. So a lot of manufacturing things are there that you need to first of all examine and know what and what to be done, and then turn to the manufacturers and see how to get those things to be replaced. But it can work. That's what we're saying. And
okay.
the female engineers can do it.
All right, let me speak to Engineer Atinuke this morning. Let's look into this 1 year window to work on the moribund refineries. Like we've clearly stated now, we are asking for just one refinery in the first place. 1 year window. Let's also factor the fact that these refineries have been there over the years. Budgets are voted year in, year out to maintain them in the state that they are. How visible is it if you're given this opportunity to actually get that refinery working within a year?
I'll first of all say this, that we said Mr. President should challenge us. Challenge is what we need. When you are challenged, it makes you to be more resourceful. It makes you to think more. It makes you to be more innovative. It makes you to be more creative. In engineering, we believe so much in something that is impossible in order to bring the best out of it. If women in the country are challenged to just prove their competence, that can you do this? Can you fix this? So the word is that challenge. And we believe so much in doing what is impossible. So saying what a year, we're just saying, okay, within a year we'll be able to fix this. We start from getting the as-built drawing. I know there must be the as-built drawing, and if they don't have, why are we there? We need to do a lot of planning and designing. And before we get into that, if we are giving the as-built drawing, that's why we are good project managers. We plan the work. We have the blueprint already on how we are going to fix it. So it's just that push we want from the government there. You women engineers, just come. Let's come to this round table and discuss and how we can improve the economy of our country by refining all these by putting our refineries in good operation, in good position. So it's that challenge we want our government to put on us
Okay, so
so that we
that
can
brings me
prove
to
our
the
competency
question.
and capability.
That brings me to the question of, so far so good. Have female engineers in the country already sat down to consider what it will cost them to make this moribund refinery to work if they're given the opportunity? Because like you said, there are certain indices that need to be evaluated first of all. If we go into this refinery, do you, apart from being the leadership of, Aswan at this time, do you think other female engineers are on board? And have you already had a think tank session to say, if this appeal to the president pulls through within a week, how ready are we to get the job done?
If we don't have a think tank, we won't come out to say we want to fix it. It has been deliberated. We have really discussed on it. We have our women out there that are doing great here in Nigeria and outside the country. So if we have not done our own homework, we will not come out to say we can fix. It's because we believe we have that confidence that we can fix it. So we have the confidence that we can fix this, and it has been discussed, it has been deliberated. So the think tank is there for happening.
Okay, so something else
So
we need to
just
consider is,
challenge us. I want the media to challenge us. Yeah.
so we're also looking at the fact that, to a very large extent, particularly this article incited me, to a very large extent. Let's also see what is the support that you're going to be getting from your male counterparts to be able to get this work done. Are they currently supporting even your drive to take out one moribund refinery and repair it if given the opportunity? We need to look at that also, because like we rightly know, the engineering field is male dominated. When the women step up in this kind of way to profess solutions, how welcoming have you, has this been already within your field?
My president just said it now that we're trying to break the stereotype. And so far, so good. Ever since the publication has been out, the men have been commending all the women engineers that were, were very proactive in bringing development to the country. So I know they are going to be supportive. I know they are going to support us because a nation that wants to develop must bring women, especially women engineers, on board because we nurture. If we can nurture our children, we nurture the nation as well. So the men, so far so good. They be so nice. They be commending us on our action, and I believe they will be there too. We're not going to put them aside. We're going to work together. We're going to collaborate. It's just that it's our voice that will be heard. If I'm going to be at the plant station too, we're going to have about 95% of our women engineers. Then we'll bring 5% of men to come on board. We still need them to do one or two things.
Oh, great.
So we are not saying outrightly that we are pushing these men aside. They are our father, they are men. So we still believe so much in them as well that
Great.
we respect them and they
Okay,
respect
so
us too.
let me speak with the president of ASWAN, Mrs. Elizabeth. Let's look at the dependence of Nigeria as a country on expatriates. And we know that even street conversation to a large extent, we say some of these engineers that we bring in from Lebanon, from other parts of the country, some of them are not as educated as the engineers that we have in the country. Just that they have had street practice of what they're doing, and they come into our country and lord over, the engineers who have been trained within our country. So let's talk balancing out, bringing in expatriates to work on our project in the country. We seem to have lost engineers audio. Please check your audio so that we can hear you clearly. Of course, we're speaking with the professional women's wing of engineers in Nigeria. That they had written, put out an appeal to the president and the presidency to trust them with 1 year to work on one moribund refinery. They are saying we can put our expatriate, to work. We can put our expertise, our knowledge and our features, as nurturers to good use in the country. And as we've been conversing with the state chapter for Lagos State and the president of, female engineers in Nigeria nationally, looking at the contribution of female engineers, and we must first of all commend them for stepping, on the table and taking out this opportunity to profess solutions. I think Engineer Elizabeth is ready to speak with us. Please go ahead, ma'am, with the question.
Yeah, thank you very much. Sorry for that interruption. Like I said, that the female engineers or the engineers generally in Nigeria are very competent in doing this work. You could see that Nigerians go outside and they excel. But you see, there's that mentality of believing that is when you bring them from outside, they come to work in your country. And we are saying no to that. You need to value, we are talking about local content. How come you train engineers in your own country and yet you think they cannot be relevant or be useful in your country? It means that the country on its own has not invested in its own educational sector. So if you are confident, people have been trained, and these Nigerian engineers that are trained in Nigeria, they go outside, they do well. So why don't you think they should do better in their own country to give back to the society? So I think it's not just this issue of bringing in foreign people, it's not just competency they are really looking at. I think it has to do with part of administration and management of the country as well. You see, if you go to other countries, they use their indigenous professionals. We should learn to use our indigenous professionals in the country. The Nigerian engineers are very, very competent. Give it to them and you see work being done. We're not talking of quack. We're not talking of those who are not being trained. We're talking of certified by current. That's Council for Regulation of Engineering in Nigeria as engineers. And they see them bring it to book, see them bring it to work. So we want to use this medium to encourage uh, the government at state level and at federal level, give the engineers a chance. You see, to me, it looks downgrading to bring a foreigner to your own country who lords over your trained engineers, your own citizens. I mean, it's not right. So we really need to look into it and give the engineers their position and see them work. And then you will know that all this while Nigeria has wasted the time by not engaging the indigenous engineers.
Okay, so let's look at an advantage that working on one of these moribund refineries will, give us as a nation, because that's a very important conversation we must have. If the female engineers in Nigeria can revamp one of these moribund refineries for us, gets it working within a year, what are some of the benefits that, Aswan has outlined that Nigeria will benefit as a result of being reposed with this kind of responsibility?
Thank you very much. First is the economy of the country. Of course, importation, our crude going outside for refining will reduce. So you do in-house refining, bunkering will reduce because you don't refine the crude in your country, it encourage bunkering and all manner of is in the pipe, drain out of the pipe, the slogans like that. And then also create job opportunities. And it also put Nigeria in the global world of the whole country. I mean the world, because we produce and we're able to refine. But you see, it's weird to know that we have crude, we have four refineries, they are not working, and we are refining our crude outside. So I think there's a lot of benefits. And importantly, the engineers will be happy with themselves that yes, Nigeria has given us a chance and we have proved our worth. So we need a platform to prove that we are engineers and that we have the competency and we can do it instead of going outside to go and do it. Some of us schooled outside and we came out better than the people in the school, the other indigens. So give the chance. And I would also like quickly to use this to say that Upwent today, that is the Association of Professional Women Engineers of Nigeria, we are 40 years old. The association is 40 years. And a child of 40 years is not a child any longer. By next month, we are celebrating the 40 years anniversary of this association that was formed by just 6 women who came together and said, no, let's be on our and see what we can do. And it's an international conference, so we use this medium to invite everyone to the conference. It's taking place in Abuja, Chida Event Center, International Chida Event Center, from 18th to 22nd of this month. We're having foreign speakers, we're having Nigerian speakers.
Great
Please, we want
conversation.
to encourage you. Come and listen to what women have been doing.
Great conversation. Great conversation this
Thank you.
morning. Thank you very much, Engineer Elizabeth Jumoke. Of course, she is the president of ASWAN in Nigeria. ASWAN refers to the Association of Professional Women
Upwent.
Engineers in Nigeria. We've also been speaking with Engineer Atinuke Owolabi, who is the Lagos State Chapter chairperson for ASWAN this morning. Of course, we've been looking into their appeal to the president and the presidency to entrust them with one moribund refinery to revamp within a 1-year window. Let's see how we can put our professionals in the country to good use to achieve, more sustainability within the economy. It's been such a great time speaking with you, professional women of, the engineering field in Nigeria. Spectrum Television thanks you. Thank you for being a voice in your field on behalf of the Nigerian populace. Thank you for joining the show this morning.